Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Coin Mindset. Appreciate you being here. How was your weekend? Hopefully, it was really good. Hopefully, you joined me for Crypto on the Rocks to get it in. And now you're joining me this morning to get the new weekend here. So I hope all is going well so far this week. And yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Chris, good morning to you, sir. Appreciate it. Automatic beats in the house. Yes, good morning. Cheers. Different type of cheers here at this point. Coffee. Hey, Mike. Appreciate you being here. Yep. Good afternoon for you, your neck of the woods. Appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. Well, I hope you had a great weekend. We got some stuff to talk about today. I mean, this is honestly, it hit. This news hit while I was live on last Wednesday, but I thought it was worthy of bringing it back and having a chat about it because it just plays to the level of cryptocurrency adoption, if you ask me. And quite frankly, to the point of ETFs are eating up all the Bitcoin. And we're going to talk a little bit about that straight off. And yeah, a lot. We're going to try and bring that all together and keep going with this series. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I go live and or put out a great video. For those of you who were kicking around on my channel this weekend, you know I put out a video yesterday showing you how to get your disbursements if you were part of the Celsius bankruptcy thing. So go ahead and check that out if you have not already. And yes, smash up the like button, folks. Appreciate that very much. Supply. Part of what I'm going to be talking about today, Chris. You are right on it, man. Right on it. I appreciate that. You know what? Seeing Chris has put this here in the comments, I was going to wait until after we at least talked about the price of Bitcoin. But you want to know what? Let me bring this up right now because you know I think it needs to be seen. Yeah, right here. Here we go. All right, let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, supply shock incoming. Look how much Bitcoin was taken off exchanges this weekend. Look at the way that drops. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me close that and try and bring this up full screen here. I'm going to bring that up full screen, get my face right the hell out of there. Look at that. Crazy amounts of Bitcoin leaving exchanges this weekend. This is the balance on exchanges, okay? And look, bam, just takes a dive. And that plays to what Chris just put in the comments. You've got some supply shock incoming with regard to yeah, exactly. You've got some supply shock incoming when it comes to Bitcoin. Okay. I mean, Coinbase alone was like major withdrawals going on this particular weekend. And yeah, we got a okay. Obviously, I'm having technical difficulties trying to control everything here. Here we go. See, it doesn't have to be crypto on the rocks. I don't have to be shitted in order to make up all these kinds of mistakes. I just do it on the daily. So anyway, the point is, you know, in the last couple of live streams I did, and matter of fact, the link to the last live stream I did on Wednesday, where I was talking about you know, who's eating who here. Is it crypto going to eat the legacy system, or is it legacy eating crypto? I still am of the mindset, and I went through the Charles Hoskinson video, and matter of fact, I saw an announcement that he went live the same time as me. So I might not get a lot of people today because I mean Charles just says a lot better than I am, and he has a bigger following than me, so I get it. But hopefully people will watch this on the replay. But anyway, I went through his video explaining about that, and then ironically, that same day, What Bitcoin Did, Peter McCormack's show, put out an interview with Whitney Webb and Matt. Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain cramp right now. The editor of Bitcoin Magazine, basically talking about the same thing. All of these entities now, and when I say entities, I'm talking spot Bitcoin ETFs, uh, own more than 1/5 of all the cryptocurrency that Satoshi owns. To give you and that's in 1 month, folks. 1 month. Think about this. And just to give you a broader perspective, they now own, or just the top two. Let's just put it that way. There's 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs approved in the United States, correct? But the top two, so BlackRock and Fidelity alone, hold over 200,000 Bitcoin. That's more than MicroStrategy, who has been putting Bitcoin in their coffers for 4 years. They've surpassed MicroStrategy, just those two, in 1 month. So if you're thinking that crypto's going to eat legacy, I don't know. I throw it out. Go ahead, convince me, like that. Oh, what the heck's his name there? Crowder. Is changed my mind. Changed my mind. Oh goodness. Yeah, I'll watch that recorded. He talks so slow. I love it, Chris. I love it. Yes, Charles can be a little bit slow, especially if he's doing one of his whiteboard things or something. Yeah, yes. And automatic beats. Yes, I saw that. We're going to get to that. We're going to go check the markets right now. I saw that. Guys, so don't forget, we're gonna get to talking more about the whole who wants a part of the Bitcoin ETF things, and for what we just said, Bitcoin ETFs over 200,000, just the two largest Bitcoin ETFs. Yes, Caspa. All right, let's get to the markets. That's my cue, I think, to get to the markets. Let's bring up CoinGecko here, and we'll refresh the charts and see what the latest is. So, okay, with all these Bitcoin outflows, and now I think I should point out, for those who don't live in the United States, I think everybody that's pretty much in the live stream right now is here from the United States. Well, that's not true. Most everybody is, but not everybody. And the United States stock market is closed today for President's Day. I don't know what the hell we're celebrating that for. We need to have one first, but I'll tell you how I really feel later. But anyway, we just refreshed this page. So Bitcoin 52,151, still holding above that 52K mark. When Caspa ETF. I love it. I don't know. I don't know. I think that might be a while. I think they're going to shoot for Ethereum next. Well, we already know that they've already got those applications sitting at the SEC. Yeah, exactly. All right. So 52,151 on Bitcoin. Ethereum 2903. Look at Ethereum. It just keeps going up and up and up, almost 15% in the last 7 days. I mean, hey, you know what? End of day, I mean, Ethereum is going to keep going up. You guys know I'm not necessarily a fan of Ethereum, since they went from proof of work to proof of stake. They're too busy following OFAC regulations, and you're not decentralized if you're following OFAC regulations. So we're going to go right by that. But again, holding some Ethereum makes sense. BNB over $350, up almost 10% in the last 7 days. Gotta love it. Where's my Solana, people? Come on. Again, I hold no Solana. Don't want to hold any Solana. Hopefully everybody watched that Solana phone video that Jar put out. He mentioned it in the live chat on Crypto on the Rocks on Friday, that he purchased that phone. And I'll tell you what, God bless you, Jar. There's still no ETA. Well, I think they said beginning of 2025 is the ETA for the phone, but no definite dates on the Solana phone. Yeah, and there it is. There's automatic beats. Exactly. And listen, again, I think Solana is going to do great. I think having some makes sense. I'm just going to not make sense. So there we go. You've got XRP, 55 cents, slowly creeping on up, over 6.5% in the last 7 days. Excellent, excellent. Cardano, I guess I'm just wrong. It's up 14% in the last 7 days. I don't know. I really kind of saw Cardano, as much as I'm a Cardano bull, I really kind of saw that needing to kind of come down, take another knee before it decided to go back up. But hey, markets prove me wrong again. What the holy hell do I know? This is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. That's me. That's who I is. Don't make dollars of you. Don't make sense. Yes, automatic beats. You are correct. And yes, I got what you were saying there. I got it. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys being here. You have no idea. All right. AVAX. Now, you know what? I think AVAX, they've got so much stuff going on. I was even learning about more stuff they've got in the works today, under $40. And I don't know. You ask me, still a good price for AVAX. I think this sucker is gonna go through the roof in this bull cycle. Doge at over 8.5 cents, up 6.8% in the last 7 days. I mean, if you're into the meme coin thing, I am not, but if you are into the meme coin thing, then you know, there you go. Solana ETF, interesting. Chris, I want to talk about that for a second. I think that I really do believe that the Ethereum ETF will be the next ETF we see. But Solana ETF, you want to know what? Might happen. Really might happen. You got a lot of VCs in there. You got a lot of people pumping money and making partnerships with Solana, so that are connected, well established. You want the truth? I don't think a Solana ETF. No, I'm talking 2025 ish is out of the question. I really don't. I think it's a very good possibility. Yeah, Chris, we're about to look at those, but you're right. Tron and Poly are looking good. And see, Automatic Beats agrees with me. Yes, after the ETH ETF. Yeah, exactly. I really do believe that. All right, but speaking of Tron, up 8% in the last 7 days and over 13 cents. You know what? Again, Tron has been the blockchain of choice for pretty much most of developing countries wanting to get their hands on USDT because it's just cheapest place to get it. So yes, doing well. Chainlink, another one, doing well, even though it's down 2% over the last 7 days. Again, great buy for Chainlink. Chainlink is gonna do well. I'm sorry. I know, not financial advice, but that's my humble opinion, as slowly humble as I can be. Polkadot looking pretty damn good, up 8%, over $7.70. Polygon-matic, to get back to it, it's creeping on up there. I'll tell you what, I wish I bought more while it was still down. I did not. I don't know. I might still try and grab a little bit of that. First things first, though, I really do want to grab a little bit of Caspa because I still think there's a lot of upside with that. I'm looking into doing that hopefully after this video. And then I am going to go into trying to get some of that Gala that you guys helped me to research out some other exchanges for on Friday's Crypto on the Rocks, and I truly appreciate everybody's help with regard to that. Saw some Tron news, forgot what it was, but it was something good. Really, it might have been. Was it about them trying to? Oh my God, I reported. I mentioned it on Friday. What the hell was it now? Something to do with being like a layer 2 for Bitcoin. Again, they put a lot of information out there, kind of a lot of buzzwords out there, that kind of thing. and not necessarily a lot of infrastructure info. And that's a typical move for Justin Sun. But that might be what you're referring to, Chris. And yes, I mean, you know what? It's fast. It's pretty reliable. So, I mean, I get it. Hey, I got it right. What do I win? Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. All right. So let's keep going here a little bit. I want to get through a few more here. BCH down almost 4.5%, 269.70. You know what? Again, BCH and right below it, Litecoin 71.25. For what they're meant to be used for. Buy whatever shit you got to buy with Bitcoin Cash and with Litecoin, and just keep hodling your sats, man. Keep stacking the sats, especially again. Think about this. I just showed you the outflows off of the exchanges this weekend, the amount of Bitcoin leaving the exchanges. Pretty soon it's going to be almost cost prohibitive to continue to stack sats. And now I don't know. We'll see. I might change my mind about stacking it. I'm not one who likes to stack or likes to stop stacking sats. I say dollar cost average, and when I say dollar cost average, I mean doesn't matter what the price is. If it's at an all-time high or it's at an all-time low, doesn't matter to me. And everywhere in between, you do a specific amount of dollar cost averaging on a specific day at a specific time interval. And you want to know what? Right now, my plan is to continue to do that. And I don't know if you guys saw Robert Kiyosaki's prediction for Bitcoin to six figures by June. I mean, we're already more than halfway there, right? And all things being equal, what's that thing going around? Bitcoin's closer to 100K than it is to zero, and that's true. But yeah, I mean, we got the halving to go through. Speaking of halving, I definitely think I'm going to be doing the halving live stream so we can hang out, chat. We're going to do a kind of crypto on the rocks ish live stream. I think we'll just chat, get you guys in the live chat or on the live stream if you want to be on, and we'll follow through on the block explorer until we hit the halving block, and then we'll go from there. So watch for that. Again, the date is somewhere still around the 20th of April, I think. I should probably have pulled up that. I did not, but we'll worry about that later. Let's keep getting through this here a little bit. Immutable X. Honestly, I really think Immutable X is going to go through the freaking roof. Maybe I should have made that the right end. Although Beam is starting to really, I think Beam just hit an all-time high today. Our right-in candidate for this particular crypto DCA portfolio. But Immutable X up 14% in the last 7 days at $3.33. And here we are with Caspa. Look at this, up 25.9%. So 26% in the last 7 days, 13.5% of that in the last 24 hours. New all-time high, over 18 cents. For those who are holding on to Caspa, good for you. I'm going to be the idiot buying at the top here when I go to buy. So, you know what? I should have listened to you guys when Caspa was below 10 cents. I'm an idiot. So there it is. But honestly, even with that being said, I still believe that Caspa, excuse me, that Caspa has a good future in this coming bull cycle. So I might be buying at the current all-time high, but I don't see that as the ultimate all-time high at this point. Yes, automatic beats. I agree with that 100%. So like I said, if all goes well after I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to be getting those couple of cryptos in place, and yeah, why not, right? Excellent. All right, so that's Caspa and the new all-time high there. Let's see. Optimism, I like Optimism, up 4%, 5.3 in the last 24 hours, $3.88. I think that's going to do well. Now, H bar has been moving. I've been getting alerts for H bar. You guys know I like H bar. showed you guys. There's videos on my channel on how to stake your H bar. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be showing you maybe later today. I'll be putting together the video to show you how to set up a second wallet on Hashpack, so you can stake in 2 different wallets, and that's going to be those H bar that are going to be going into that second wallet. It's going to be from last crypto DCA portfolio, so watch for that. That's going to be coming soon, but right now, H bar moving on up. Glad to see it over 10 cents. To be quite frank, I think it deserves to be there with all the stuff they've got going on. Gas to 69 cents. Well, let's hope not before I go and buy it. I got to finish this live stream first, and I'm already 20 minutes in, and I haven't even gotten to the main topic, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's try and round this up. At least get to the 50, I guess. Filecoin, again, you guys know I like Filecoin for the deep in it is. I think it's going to do well in this bull cycle. We were talking about it when it was $5, and look at this, up 27.3%, 10% of that in the last 24 hours, almost $7 right now, but still probably a good buy. Again, not financial advice, not the financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. Stellar. I mean, to me, it still is up 5.2% here in the last 7 days, but it looks like a freaking stable coin to me because, it's been hovering pretty much in that 11-cent mark. Injective, I think Injective is going to be humongous in this bull cycle, up almost 7% in the last 7 days, even though it's down almost 4% in the last 24 hours at 37.49. I think that's going to do well. Cheers for my coffee. Vet. I like VeChain. I think VeChain is going to be huge. I think it's got big moves coming in the cycle. Honestly, I sold all my VeChain a while ago, and I don't know. I probably should have bought back in, but I did not. Up 48.8% in the last 7 days. Freaking crazy for VeChain. Freaking crazy. We're working to XMR, brother. We're getting there. We're getting there. Appreciate you. Almost there. Hang on. We'll make sure, even if it's not in the 50, we'll touch on it. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. So speaking of which, number 49, XMR. Wow. Down below $120. I don't know. Maybe I should be buying that today instead. So listen, by now you all know XMR got delisted from Binance. I think you've got another week maybe to get that off Binance. Don't hold me to that. Go do your own research, get your shit off of Binance before you can't get it off of Binance. And XMR, again, you hear me say it all the time. Privacy coins are going to be playing a humongous role in this next bull cycle. So XMR is the biggest of those, Monero. So there you go. Beam. I want to touch a couple more here, and then we're out. We'll get into our topics for today. Beam. There you go. Bada boom. Beam's up 25.8%, almost 26%, 11% of that in the last 24 hours. And you guys know, if you were on Crypto on the Rocks on Friday, I went to what was it? Help me here. Point Pay exchange to try and get some oh no, that was Gallon, not Beam. Disregard. I'm getting all confuzzled. It doesn't take much. But anyway, Beam up to 3.5 cents. Thorchain, another one, up 5.5% in the last 7 days. I think Rune is going to be humongous. Thorchain is going to be the player, if you ask me, as far as decentralized exchanges between main chains. Quant, last cycle's crypto portfolio, $112. Good price for Quant still if you're looking to buy Quant. And I think we're going to call it there. That way we can get to what we need to get to here. So appreciate everybody for hanging in the chat. And yes, it did drop. Monero, I think it was up around $160, and then it went down to about 110, and now it's hovering in that 120 area. But you want to know what? Again, buying opportunity, and that's why I said now it's down below $120. Maybe that's what I should be buying today. So I don't know. We'll see. But you know what? again, it will make a resurgence as more and more decentralized options come into play. The ease of that decentralized swapping comes into play, and honestly, like I said, I think that's where Thorchain is going to make a huge impact. A huge impact. All right, so we are going to start out with a short video. It's like about a minute long, but I think it plays to leading into the topic we're going to discuss today. By now, you've probably already heard. You've got TradFi banks here in the United States basically petitioning the SEC to change the way, the wording, and the rules regarding the custody of these Bitcoin ETFs so they can be part of it. Because basically the way things are worded right now, these banks are locked out of being able to do that. And quite frankly, cryptocurrency is going to eat banks for lunch. And I don't care how you slice that, how you dice that. Now, that's a slightly different narrative than you saw me play on in the last live stream. Again, link to that live stream is in the description of this live stream, where I said I really do believe that legacy is eating crypto with regard to these Bitcoin ETFs. But I'm talking about crypto in the bigger picture. Banks bank their money by people needing to send money and charging fees for this and that. And, you want to go to an ATM and you charge you a fee, and, heaven forbid you're off by a penny, they charge you a fee. You want to move money across the world, you charge you a fee if you get permission to do it, and that's what I mean. Crypto is just, the other day, I need to send money over to Portugal. Guess what? That quick doing it. And I did it with Dash, by the way. So if you're interested in the Living on Crypto series that I got going, if all goes well, I'll be dropping another video for that particular series. And I'll be kind of breaking down the Dash wallet, because that's the first thing I'm going to be talking about in this whole series. That should be, hopefully, all goes well, editing goes well, dropping on Thursday. So watch for that. But I didn't have to ask anybody's permission. It cost me next to zero to send it, and it was literally there in seconds. No bank can do that. Okay, sorry. Just what it is. All right, so let's take a quick look at this, which kind of talks about the history of banks and why they fear crypto. There we go. Let's bring that up, and let me make sure I got this. You know what? I'll bring it up full screen so you can see it. Let's play, like I said, about a minute long. So real quick.
The reason that we even have banks originated in Italy around the year 1340. And the reason they originated was because of a set of accounting advances that allowed banks to serve as trusted intermediaries between parties that owed each other money. Before that, literally, I would write you a note and I would promise to pay you money, and you'd put the note in your pocket and you'd see if anybody else would take the note. And then banks arose, and it was like, you no longer need to do that. We'll take care of it for you, but you're going to have to pay us to do that. That function no longer has to be done by human beings. Core of banking, the base of the pyramid, the thing that drives most of their revenue, doesn't need to exist. And that's why I say cryptocurrency does not seek to replace currency. It's a bad name. Cryptocurrency seeks to replace banking.
I fundamentally agree with him. I think that it is going to replace banking. It destroys their business. Their business model kind of goes away. If people could take self-custody, if people don't need to go through an institution to send a wire, and people could just do it peer-to-peer, yeah, it makes it go away. I agree with him.
All right. Now, obviously, that was put up by Simply Bitcoin, and so the link to that tweet is in the description of this live stream. So go ahead and follow them if you don't already do that. I'm going to guess if you're on Twitter, you're probably already following them. But to the point that I literally just made about sending money across the Atlantic at basically the speed of light for next to zero. That quick. That is, and the most important part, right? Without anybody's freaking permission. Yes, I'm old and set in my ways. I don't like people trying to tell me what the fuck to do. Oh, sorry. There we go. Usually I save that shit for Crypto on the Rocks, but cheers. All right. So let's start out with one of the other links in the description of this live stream is the live stream I did about Elizabeth. Wow, say this 5 times fast. Elizabeth Warren's bill that she put out and got like 20 people to 20 other senators to sign on with, and trying to basically what ends up being completely locking the United States out of crypto. It destroys any self-custody options. It destroys everything with regard to crypto. And here's the thing. This was, and again, I lay it all out, show you all the links in that live stream. So go ahead and check that out. But basically, this bill was helped to be drafted by the Bankers Association. The same people who are now sitting here crying, please, please, SEC, let us help the self-custody so we don't go the way of the dinosaur. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. All right. Anyway, let's start with this tweet from Tom Emmer. And this is kind of the point. Now, when she, actually, hold on, let me do this. When she had her hearings and had Jamie Dimon on, the Senate hearing saying, oh, it's only used by, illegal means and this and that. And literally JP Morgan Chase is one of the people who can handle these Bitcoin ETFs. The stupidity, they think you and I are stupid, that we're not going to notice that stuff. And quite frankly, okay, maybe the average person does not. All right. Maybe the average person does not. I get it. But for those of us who pay attention and continue to put this information out there as to the absolute duplicitous nature of our lawmakers and congressmen, senators, the FJB administration. Okay. The fact is that they lie to us every single day. And to that point, Tom Emmer's tweet here, where she did just that, even though when this was going on, these hearings were going on, the correct information was already out there. Okay, the Treasury had the correct data the whole time and had responsibility to correct the false narratives created by the press, because of course, press reports on all this. The press is in the pocket and mainstream media sucks. There's nothing true in mainstream media anymore. And to that point, but it failed to set the record straight until after the damage was already done. Well, of course, other than that, Elizabeth Warren doesn't get her, 2 seconds in the limelight. And guess what? Doesn't get these other senators to sit there and co-sign her bill. Because who wants to be co-signing a bill that is legitimately based on lies? Well, if you want to get reelected, although in these places, who the hell knows about that with elections right now? Let's not get me down that road. You want to have some kind of sense of like trying to be honest and working for the best interests of your constituents, even though we know that that's truly not the case. And I've had other live streams where I've pointed that out, much like the one where they're making millions. And, they're doing that because guess what? They're insider trading. But if you and I did it, what would happen? Come and get me. We'd be in jail. Okay. And you know it. And so do they. But they're not going to put a bill together to stop themselves from being able to do that when, you got representatives and senators from both sides of the aisle who are doing it every single day and openly acknowledging it, because who cares? We can do it. Anyway, let's get to this next tweet here, where U.S. banks are left. and he highlights a Bloomberg article, and I can't stand Bloomberg because they're walled garden. They don't allow anything in. You can't read their article unless you're paying, and fuck Bloomberg. I'm not paying for them. But the point remains, and I'm going to show you the actual letter sent in a minute, because that's already out there, so you don't really need Bloomberg. I mean, you're only getting the friggin' twist anyway. But U.S. banks left off key Bitcoin ETF roles, are pushing the SEC to tweak guidance around holding digital assets. A bank trade GP coalition sent the SEC a letter asking them to exclude ETFs from the broad crypto umbrella. They want a piece of the action, and I don't blame them. It isn't fair. And okay, great. And they highlight a little bit of it right here. And again, this is literally the Banking Association, the same people who helped draft Elizabeth Warren's crypto bill. On one side, screw crypto, and on this side, please, can we play master? Come on. But anyway, let's actually pull up the letter that the regulators sent to the SEC. Okay, so here we are, and the Honorable Gary Gensler, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not going to read this whole thing. Link to this. Actually, I don't know that the link to this is actually in the live stream, because I actually pulled this up later. So you know what? Here we go. I'm going to put it in the live chat for you, and bang, there it is. So you can go ahead and go read this yourself. But basically, here you go. You've got the Banking Association, the same people that are helping Elizabeth Warren to try and snuff out cryptocurrency here in the United States, begging to be part of the Bitcoin ETF custody. Sorry. You can't, well, I guess you can have it both ways. You never know what the government, right? Regulators let you have it both ways these days. But don't you find it funny that the same people who are literally sitting here trying to snuff your ability, my ability to buy cryptocurrency and self-custody it, want a piece of the action? I mean, think about it, especially here in the United States. If you're going to buy cryptocurrency, you're going to go to an exchange like Gemini, Kraken, Coinbase, right? These are some of the most highly regulated entities in the United States. You have to KYC just like you do at a bank. You and in many cases now have to be able to tell where you're sending money to what wallet. Now, I think that's more European right now, like the EU kind of regulations, and I've tweeted about it on my profile. So go ahead, check out Twitter and go and see those tweets. But coming to the United States near you. And yet, they're trying to ban that, even though they already know if you're buying crypto from a centralized entity, who you are, what you bought, and where it went. And now they're begging to get a piece of the proverbial pie. Listen, again, here we go. My opinion, I'm not the most humble guy. Just an old guy set in his ways here a little bit. But you have these Bitcoin ETFs. Again, just the two largest Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock and Fidelity, already in 1 month own more Bitcoin than MicroStrategy, who has been buying Bitcoin for 4 years. Yes, most of these ETFs utilize Coinbase. I understand. And for good reason, obviously. But look at the outflows from Coinbase and all the exchanges I showed you in the beginning of this live stream. huge quantities just this weekend alone leaving the exchanges. And exchange asset holdings are at 2015 lows. 2015 lows. And you've got these now, not today, because again, in the United States, it's a holiday and, you know, that kind of shit's closed. But pretty much every day, they're buying thousands of Bitcoin to put into these ETFs. Because another tweet I put out on my profile, so again, go ahead and check it out. You've got people selling off gold ETFs, and that's translating into Bitcoin ETFs. Again, why? Because if you're holding gold, it's going absolutely nowhere because they regulate that market so heavily, right? There's a lot of things going on here, folks. Not the least of which is, as a retail investor, you and I are retail investors. You know, we're nobody to them. You know, they don't give a crap about us. They are not, though they're here to protect us. They don't do shit but protect themselves. Let's be honest. And eventually, even if it's just because of the limited supply of Bitcoin, you and I are going to be either unable to get it or unable to afford sats to stack. I would take advantage of it while you have the opportunity. So that's it. That's what I had for today. If anybody's got any questions, I would say jump them into the chat. We will get to them. Mike, there are American citizens who are here on a visa to be able to invest more freely. One couple even has a YouTube channel to help other investors. Good. And I believe that. I believe that because here in the United States, it's like, it sucks. Basically, try and be in crypto and be here in the United States. I appreciate that input there, Mike. Yeah. And listen, there are many more crypto-friendly countries. I mean, you got Max Kaiser literally every day tweeting and putting out videos and doing interviews about trying to get people to come to El Salvador, which, I mean, again, El Salvador, Bitcoin's legal tender. So winner, chicken dinner. And you know, I think they just eliminated taxes for building crypto-related businesses, stuff like that. And they're not the only ones. Portugal, another one, very friendly to, you know, crypto businesses, that kind of thing. I think they don't have to pay VAT tax or whatever. And which would be the equivalent in the United States of like capital gains, for example. So yeah, a lot more friendly countries, and I can see why Americans and quite frankly people from other countries would head to you know, the more friendly countries. And oh, is it really? Well, I appreciate you letting me know that, Mike. I mean, I knew they had tweaked some stuff, but the couple of people I've been talking with over there said that it was still somewhat friendly. You need to pay tax here. Really? I thought that was eliminated. I appreciate you setting me straight. Thank you very much, Mike. Much appreciated. But if you hodl for 1 year, you're tax-free. Oh, okay, maybe that's where I'm getting confused. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the clarification. And not for nothing, if you are in Bitcoin, you want to hodl, right? So yeah. Well, and okay. At the moment, yeah, sure. I get it, Mike. Thank you for, again, clarification. Appreciate that very much. And appreciate you being here. Always do. So there you go. There you go. And Mike brings up the point here. Still very raw laws. So, you know, what laws exist are still new, still, what's the word I want? Not necessarily comprehensive, I guess. But what they have is better than what we see here in the United States, which is a bunch of regulatory action. So they're trying to regulate through enforcement. That's all the SEC has done, and add their asses handed to them in the process, quite frankly, which is good. That's the way it should be. Anyway, so that's Mike. I appreciate you throwing that out there. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. The IRS that new was a $10,000 rule for businesses. I talked about that in a live stream maybe 2-3 weeks ago now, and yeah. They like, hey, yeah, we're going to hold off on that because we don't know what's going on. Yeah, well, of course they don't. There's no law. There's no guidance. There's no anything with regard to it. But here's the thing. You don't pay your capital gains. They're coming after your ass, right? Even though they don't even know what the hell to do. So just saying. But yes, absolutely right, Mike. Absolutely right. Right. All right. Listen. Tomorrow, for everybody who's here, make sure you are joining the Matrix Money Podcast tomorrow. Matrix Money Podcast channel. So you are eligible for the giveaway that's going on of the Tangent Wallet 2.0. That's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. You got to be live on the stream. You got to be subscribed to the channel in order to be able to win. That's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you are here for that. What are we going to be talking about? I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any idea yet. I'm waiting for Jar and FF to kind of get back to me what they want to talk about tomorrow. But cheers, by the way. We're definitely going to be doing that giveaway tomorrow for the Tangent 2.0. So make sure you are subscribed to that channel and you are joining us live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you are looking to win that Tangent wallet. And the following Tuesday, so not this Tuesday, the 20th, the 27th, we're going to be doing, or Jar's got a handle on a jingle miner, and we're going to be doing that giveaway as well. Okay, that giveaway as well. So that's where we are. That's what's up. I will also be live here Wednesday. What am I talking about Wednesday? No idea. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Make sure you're here 10 a.m. Wednesday. Appreciate that. And as always, look on Thursday. Hopefully, if all goes well, you'll see the video drop. The next in the series of Living on Crypto, where we are actually going to go over the Dash wallet, give you a kind of overview of what it entails, what you can use, what you can do with it, etc. And then Friday, as always, 7 p.m. Eastern, will be live for Crypto on the Rocks, bringing in the weekend. I appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate all your input. Always. Thank you so much for that. Automatic Beats, appreciate you being here. Chris, appreciate you being here. And all you guys input into the stream. Always. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope the Monday is going well and the rest of your week goes smoothly. Don't forget, join the Matrix Money Podcast tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You might win a Tangent wallet. All right, that's it. I am out. Hope you found this good. And I will see you tomorrow on the Matrix.